right. Hopefully your stations identified themselves. Jason, captain of Open Door. How have you all done so far?
Well, we have deceived the other teams into thinking we're worse than them.
Okay. A lot of deception going on, I see. And you have a bye this next round.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to try to get an early jump on bedtime? I know this guy is, Kevin. This is the guy who tries to go to bed at 7:30 every night, but, you know.
I do believe we're staying for the next quiz.
Oh, you are? You're going to watch the next quiz? No early jump on bedtime for you. Okay. As captain, do you think that changes the outlook of how you look at a Bible quiz?
Bedtime?
No. As captain, how does that affect your look on a quiz? Does it change anything for you?
Not much.
You basically, you just don't care. You're like, hey, Alex, my coach, will tell me to challenge if he wants me to. Other than that, I'm just not going to. I'm going to pretend like it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So how is this tournament different from what you expected?
Well, we hadn't really used the light thing for the toss-ups.
Okay.
But we got accustomed to that.
So different toss-up questions. That's a new thing for you.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. What? So is that the only thing that's different? I mean, is it almost exactly how you thought it would line up, or?
That's pretty good. You've given them all.
They have good food, which was a surprise.
Good food was a surprise. I'm going to tell you, we need to, Mr. D'Amico, is there a way we can demote Jason from captainship here?
Not that the church. I just was surprised to find good food at a Bible quiz competition.
Listen.
It was a.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Jason. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to say whatever you want to say to those watching you on CI-TV.
If you're not in Bible quizzing, you should join because it's lots of fun and they have good food. So, join.
There you go. There are words of wisdom from Jason Likens. Thank you for joining us, Jason. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, thank you so much for making us part of your day. We are going to have one more live look-in tonight. Tomorrow we will have more live look-ins. We have Woodside, Temple, and Falls. Woodside is from Colorado, Temple from Tennessee, Falls from Wisconsin. Those are all Elite Division teams, and that quiz is just about to start. We're going to get you a live look-in, but before we do, just want to say thank you so much for watching. I know you have things to do. If you have a question during the first time out, I will answer them. Shove them up there on the chat room board, and we look forward to talking to you. We are going to turn it over to David Douglas.
Okay. Mark, I remember your two brothers did well in here. I assume they're your brothers. Okay, Daniel and Ben.
How are you doing there, DeMarco? Poston and I were just talking, and we find it hilarious that, like, William Hills, who started the whole DeMarco thing by calling you DeMarco, knows your sister's last name. He knows that she's your sister, and yet he can't get your last name correct. He's like, you got Grace D'Amico and her brother, Alex DeMarco. And we're like, it just doesn't compute.
Would say Colin. So, I got a math teacher, math and Bible teacher, that's the way they would say it. So. All right.
You can watch it on CI2012.
Everyone stand up so I can see all 14 lights. Good? Very good.
What?
All right.
Texted me. I didn't know your dad texted, so I was like kind of impressed.
Question number 1. Okay, let me just say this. When I say question number 1, that's your warning to get your lights off because I'm about ready to say question. If I say question and your light's still on, it's a foul. Okay? Question number 1. Question. Who will I in number 3 help?
Maybe I should listen and make sure they're starting at
Nope. Toss-up question, remaining teams. Question. Who will I in no wise cast number 2? Alexis.
I'm like, Jason, how does this turn out different from what you expected?
No, I'm sorry. It's to
all right, Jason. You better eat a lot of this food. One thing
This is a reference question. Question. Unto what shall they have done good? I'm going to throw that out because I butchered the reading now. I even left a word out, which was not good, and then I went everywhere except where I wanted to go. That is unless you want to answer it. Okay. Yes, it is one repeated. You're correct. And remind me, because we have to replace one later on. That one we had to throw out. Question number 1 repeated. Question. Jesus said, number 3, Erica.
John 13.
Alright, so how have you guys done so far, Alex?
1 minute.
That was in my room.
They call him Master of Art.
You guys did really
20
well.
points.
Good job.
Question number 2. Question. From whom does the Spirit? Number 5, Ariana.
Going against Hillsdale and Calgary? It wasn't great.
No. It's great. Give me a glass of water.
What are your verses?
Box it down.
I tried to tell her that last Friday. That's what I said. I said, Grace, what are your verses? Nobody ever listens to me. How you doing, man? How's it going?
Were you trying to wear matching clothes, Mr. Ness?
With whom? Oh, we were all wearing flag, but Poston changed last minute, so he ruined the effect. I wore this at Athens, and people told me I looked fetching. And my whole team was flag. Oh, it's not bad. Good. All of them?
Every single one that was out there.
You want to do Blue Masters, right?
You're, the prison Calgary. You're just southwest.
Well, they're ranked number 1 and 2 in the country. But I think you can compete with them.
I do. But we should have been. Our first quiz we had Temple and and we should have got Kelvin got a direct reference. Then we were tied, so he missed it. His team made 10 errors.
So, all right, Grace, you gonna step it up tomorrow? You look at your schedule for Manana?
We have 30 numbers in one in again, but not, if I remember correctly, it wasn't with them as of
In the morning, is it still,
yes, we're putting, yeah, no, they have. Typically, maybe that was just me.
See, here's the thing. If you don't do well in anybody's room, you kind of box yourself into a corner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
it's just like something I would like to do.
You know, I don't do well in Douglas's room, Pastor Scott's room. Hey, how are you? Or David Poston's room, or Matt West's room, or I just don't do well in anybody's room. I don't do well in anybody's room. Are they at timeout?
No, we lost audio. Maybe the line.
Oh, hold on.
Aye.
Okay.
But
Better?
As he taught, and the temple wasn't
This
taught.
chord is very temperamental. So you gotta like baby it. We might want to get a new
No,
chord for
I'm
tomorrow,
sorry.
but
Start out with the baby, the one we got.
Toss-up question, remaining teams. Question number 2, Alexis.
In the last day, the great day of
That's why I tried to put here, but nothing
20
to touch
points.
it.
Question number 4. Question. In John 3, what did Jesus, number 2, Alexis.
What did Jesus do?
Time, I'm sorry. Toss-up question, remaining teams. Question, in John 3, what did Jesus do when he tarried, number 3, Erica?
Baptized?
Correct? Come out for falls.
Can I switch seats to here? The microphone's like right in the way of your mouth. Does it mess up your screen? Okay, perfect.
Alright.
The microphone's right
Just
there.
look through that door.
All right, here we are at the first time out. We have a score of
Yeah, if you, earlier we couldn't figure out what happened. We'd be all
70
talking, and we'd be going
to
along,
20.
All of a sudden it would be,
to 0. 70 to 20 to 0.
you got it fixed.
And we have 70 for Woodside, 20 for Temple, nothing yet for Falls. And we are going into, I think, question 5.
All right. Let's see if we can get this quiz going a little
Can you
bit.
turn on my light, please?
You want everything. You want your light on. You didn't ask us about that. You just asked if you could move. So, all right. This is this really question 5? All right. Question number 5. Question. According to John 22, number 5.
She rideth and cometh to Simon Peter and his disciple, whom Jesus loved.
No, I'm sorry. Toss-up question, remaining teams. Question, according to John 22. What did, number 3, Erica?
They have taken away the Lord out of the sepulchre, and we know not where they have laid him.
No, I'm sorry, that's too much information. What did they know not where they have laid him? 3 question. Who is the king of the Jews in John 18? Number 5. That's correct. All right, 10 points on that one. Question number 5 repeated. To finish this verse question, finish this verse. Therefore said his parents, number 3.
He is of age as
20 points.
Good job.
Question number 6 is a reference question. Question, why did Jesus go according to John 11? Number 3, Erica.
That I may wake him out of sleep.
20 points.
Good job. Let's go.
Question number 7. Question, according to John 14:24, who, number 5, Ariana.
Who? He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings.
Correct. Question number 8 is a finish this verse question. Question, finish this verse. A woman when number 4, Cullen.
A woman, when she is in travail, hath sorrow, because her hour is come, but as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish for joy that a man is born into the world.
Good job. Question number 9. Question. What is no man, number 3, Kelton?
Able to pluck them out of my Father's hand?
Correct. Question number 10. Question. What have they surely, number 5, Ariana?
That I came out from thee.
That's correct. Yeah. Just to let you know, if we don't have any more free questions, we can actually still finish this quiz. All right? With 20 correctly answered. Question number 11. Question. According to John 4:19, what, number 3, Kelton?
4:19 what? Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet.
That is correct. Yes, Woodside.
All right, here we are again at a timeout. We have a score of 30. What? 110, 130 to negative 10. 110 is for Woodside, 130 is for Temple, negative 10 is Falls. Is that correct? There you go. Dan's telling me I'm correct, so I must be correct. Dan is the fountain of knowledge today. How are things going, Dan? Excellent. He says they're going pretty well. Okay, we have a good quiz. We have a couple of questions on here to answer. The quizzing tomorrow, again, starts at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. That is 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific, 5 Hawaiian. All right, we are turning it back over to David Douglas.
Question. According to John 2:5, Ariana.
Whatsoever he saith unto you, do it.
It's correct. Yes. Question number 13. According to John 9:26, number 4.
Give God the praise and know that this man is a sinner.
No, sorry. Toss-up question remaining teams. Question. According to John 9:26, what? Number 3, Erica.
What did he to thee? How opened he thine eyes?
That is correct.
John.
Question number 14 is a quote this verse question. Question. Quote this verse. John 4:40. Number 3, Kelton.
For Jesus himself testified that a prophet had no honor in his own country.
No, I'm sorry. Toss-up question remaining teams. Question number 3, Erica.
The nobleman saith unto him,
No, I'm sorry. John 4:48 was my verse. Okay. Free question for Falls. According to John 20:24, where did they both run? Yes, sir.
To the sepulchre.
Good job. 10 points, Ben. All right. We will not finish this quiz now. We will, but just not with 20 correctly answered. 14 repeated. Question, according to John 19:23. What? Number 3, Kelton.
His coat.
No, I'm sorry. Toss-up question remaining teams. Question, according to John 19:23. What did the salt, number 5, Ben?
Took his garments and made 4 parts.
No, I'm sorry. When the soldiers take, they took the two things that you both said, if you put them together, his garments and his coat. Okay, free question. How many things in John 1 were made without him? David?
Not anything. Not anything that was made.
Did he trade it with someone?
Yeah, I think you sat down. Did you sit down?
There was a pretty girl on the one side, on the aisle. So you
All right,
sat
I'm going to accept it.
But there was a pretty girl, right?
All right. Where are we at? 14 repeated. Question 14 repeated. Question. What did Jesus in John 1 say? Number 5. Ariana.
What?
Before that Philip called thee, when thou wast in the victory, I saw thee.
No. Toss-up question remaining teams. Question. What did Jesus in John 1 say unto Peter? Number 3.
Although I could have, for no charge. It sounds like.
Unto Peter.
What is he packing? Did you realize I have that?
Come and see.
Probably not, I know. But after I read this. Alright, well, whatever.
I'll try not to see it.
So you guys coming to church on Sunday or no? You have to wear a suit?
I'm going to throw this question out. So we have 2 to replace. I'm having a rough quiz too. Misread 1 and miswrote 1. All right. So we're going to repeat 14. That erases errors for Ariana as well as over here. Question number 14 repeated. Question. According to John 18:37, who heareth? Number 5, Ben.
Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice.
That's correct. Question number 15. Question. According to John 8:10, who? Number 4.
Who had lifted up himself? Jesus.
You don't normally wear a suit to church?
No, I'm sorry. Toss-up question remaining teams. Question. According to John 8:10, who did? Number 3, Erica.
Jesus? Woman?
No, you're missing right now.
That is correct. All right.
That's going to be a quiz up for Erica.
Okay, and we have 3 questions left. Question number 16.
Say it with a volume that I can hear.
Question. Who would be glorified? Number 2, Grant.
Son of man?
No, I'm sorry.
Nope, I can hear that. He announces that, he just doesn't announce the
Toss-up
score.
question remaining teams. Question number 5, Ben.
God shall also glorify him in himself.
No, I'm sorry. The correct answer was God, but the rest of what you said is not from the passage, so it's not correct. Who would be glorified by Peter's death in John 21? All right. Free question. Who in John 9 was called a prophet by the blind man? Number 2.
Jesus.
That is correct. Okay, question 16 repeated. Question. When can no man... Number 5, Grace.
When it is dark, or when night cometh.
I'll accept that. And question number 20. 17, yes. The final question. Question. What hath eaten... Number 5, Ariana. That is correct. All right. That was a rough quiz. Good job, Woodside. And I guess the good news is that now you can go home and go to sleep and come back and start all over tomorrow. And the good news is that, yeah, it counts for seating, but at least it doesn't count for anything else. So, good job, and go home, get some sleep, or go to your hotel and get some sleep.
All right. That was a quiz, very good quiz for Woodside, getting 190 high win. 100 points for Temple, getting the middle win, and then Falls with 10 points, getting the low win. We have had a very, very exciting day for quizzing. We're starting to get some of the stats out for the day. We're kind of excited about that. For those of you who want to, the quizzing starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. But Mountain Time, a lot of you are in the Eastern Time Zone. And, well, if you're in the Eastern, a lot of you being in the Eastern Time Zone, that's like 11 a.m. So if you wake up and you're like, I got to have my quizzing fill before 11 a.m., we will have a podcast on BibleQuizzer.net for you to listen to. CITV will start, I think, by about 10:30 Eastern Time, 8:30 Mountain. Is that correct? 8:30 tomorrow morning, CITV begins again? Okay, and you will have Ilsa Manchi. She will be your hostess, and she will do a far better job than I can do. And we will see. We got to interview some people. We answered some questions. If you have some questions, we're going to do that again. We're going to allow you to kind of pipe in and say what you got. For those of you who are listening, I will go ahead and read the records. This does not count the last quiz that just occurred. But with the Elite Division, if Calvary, Florida is your team, they have 1 high win, 3 middles, 0 lows. Again, not counting the final quiz. Falls, Wisconsin, 1 high, 1 middle, 2 lows. Heritage, New York, 2 highs, 1 middle, 2 lows. Hillsdale, Florida, 2 highs, 1 middle, 1 low. Kettle Moraine, 0 highs, 1 middle, 4 lows. Mukwonago, 2 highs, 2 middles, no lows. Open Doors, 0 highs, 1 middle, 4 lows. Temple, Tennessee, 1 high, 1 middle, 2 lows. Woodside, 4 highs, 1 middle, no lows. And the Z team, 2 highs, 3 middles, no lows. None of the final quizzes are included in that, but that gives you an idea of the records of the teams in the Elite Division. In Division 2, we have Falls with 5 highs, no middles, no lows. The Hawaii team, no highs, 2 middles, 2 lows. Heritage Mission, 4 highs, 1 middle, no lows. Kettle Moraine, 5 highs, no middles, no lows. Open Doors, 0 highs, 1 middle, 4 lows. Mukwonago, 2 highs, 2 middles, no lows. Temple, Tennessee, 3 highs, 2 middles, no lows. Tri-City from Colorado, 0 highs, 1 middle, 4 lows. Woodside 1, 0 highs, 4 middles, 1 low. Woodside 2, 0 highs, 2 middles, 2 lows. Mountain View, 1 high, no middles, 4 lows. And the team from Texas, Long County, no highs, 2 middles, 2 lows. Life Center. What do I know? Mr. Poston, I'm so glad you decided to join us because you are the man.
I am a man.
You are definitely a man.
I don't know if I'm the man.
Well, you're the man of this conversation. I informed everyone that tomorrow morning, because it starts at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, which is 11 a.m. Eastern, there will be a podcast. Do we want to give them a taste of that podcast now?
I think we should.
a taste of the podcast?
Yes. I like the control board. I feel like I have a lot of power here. I don't know how to cut your mic off or mine up, but I do.
There's yours up.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
There's mine down.
Okay.
All right, there you go. So this is CI2012.
I want to say about the Colorado Invitational that it's got to be the most difficult competition to win on the Division I level.
The Elite Division level, yeah.
I've seen teams who would easily make it to the top 5 of other tournaments by just skating through most of the preliminary rounds and most of the early rounds. You can't do that here.
You can't.
You could easily be out by the second round and be one of the top 5 teams in the nation.
Well, yeah. I mean, although I would say, and this goes back to the last podcast where I talked about coaches vote on potential, but experts vote on performance.
Performance, right.
If you don't get in the top 5 here, you drop down. But
sure,
you could come in as one of the top 5 teams and be out first 2 quizzes. Yeah,
exactly. And I believe we'll see within 2 or 3 rounds. We'll see a team that people would have thought could have very well won this tournament who will be out tomorrow afternoon.
Well, almost definitionally, a top 10 team in the country will be out first.
Right. But I mean, even a top 5 team we could see go out very soon.
Absolutely. I don't know if you remember 2 years ago when Faith, South Carolina, was like the number 1 seed.
Yes.
And they got last place.
Yes.
That's the
nature of the beast here.
The depth of the tournament.
Right.
The depth of the tournament. And all Jason has to say about it is good food. Yeah. You saw some teams quiz today. Who impressed you?
The Z team. The Z team is really impressive. Let me tell you why. They are a family team from Bethel Baptist Church, I believe.
Bethel Calvary Baptist Church, South Carolina. As we call them in the whole BCSC.
Well, the Z team, the Zeemers, and some of you South Carolina people know them. The southeastern folks know them probably mostly. But
absolutely.
They are so good because they have a quizzer who is just dominant. And her name is Shelby Zeemer. And Shelby is the PQA, which is the Piedmont Quizzing Association up there in Greenville.
Right.
She was that league's number 1 quizzer for the year. That's a monthly deal, and it just culminated in February. But the thing about their team is that you need 130, 140 points, and you're not going to lose. You know?
Right.
And she stays in the quiz just long enough for one of her 2 siblings to get 1. Right. And then she gets 120.
So you're saying that their depth is not as impressive as maybe some other teams?
I'm saying it would not surprise me for them to make the final 2.
Okay.
Because you need 140 points until there are only 2 teams left.
And then that doesn't do you a lot of good.
And then you're going to need 70 more or so.
Right.
So, but they're the most impressive. Now, if you look at their record, they're not going to have 5 highs. They're going to have maybe 5 middles.
Right.
I mean, you may have already given the records.
I did give the records, but I will go over those again. Those were coming out.
We'll get Michelle or one of our stat peoples,
Those are coming out on Twitter, man. I'm getting the Twitter.
I have a Twitter account because you created it for me. I think so.
2 highs, 3 middles, no lows.
They have 2 highs and 3 middles. Now, that doesn't sound like a dominating team because it's not.
Right.
But you don't have to dominate a tournament to win it.
That's fair.
You don't have to pull Pleasant View, Kentucky from 5 years ago.
Hardly anyone does.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But there's a lot to be gained by that. And here's what I want to say about that. If you are very good at getting 140 consistently, that helps in quizzes where you have 2 great teams in the quiz and everyone's trying to beat everyone up. And you're going to see that tomorrow. They're going to come into a quiz. Maybe they come into a quiz where it's Hillsdale, Woodside, and the Z team.
The Z team.
When that happens,
BCSC.
Their style of quizzing is better suited for that tight matchup.
Yeah, I mean, if she is as dominant as that, yeah.
She is.
You get one dominant quizzer can do a lot for you.
She is.
Yeah. Look, you got a fan club, dude. They're already glad you're here.
Oh, what's happening?
Yay, Poston.
Keep trying hard, Kettle Moraine.
Kettle A.
So, Emily is saying go Makwana. I don't know if
Emily is saying keep up.
I'm guessing that's not my fiance, Emily.
I'm guessing not.
But if you're out there. Oh. Wait.
Well.
She said yes.
No way.
No way. Okay, good. Getting a little worried. She is from Makwana. Well, hi, Emily from Makwana. Okay. And also, She's an old Bible quizzer, and Jake apparently knows her. That's Emily Roberts. How do we get this chat? Is this on the website? This is on CI2012.org. I'm going to be honest with you. If there's a better, more intriguing, more encapsulating tournament than CI for Bible quiz, I don't know of it.
You're onto something there. I will say you're correct.
In fact, I would say if you could take the way that this tournament is run and move it to Greenville in April, there would be 1,000 people attend.
That's something, maybe so.
I think we'd have random people who've never even heard of Bible quiz want to come.
That could be.
Now that's a little hyperbole, but
yeah,
I believe it mostly.
With 5 quizzes, that means before the last round of quizzing, we had 4 teams in the Elite Division without a loss. The Z team, Woodside, Calvary, Florida, and McQuanago.
I'm telling you, Wes, the Z team may not lose until there are 2 teams. Now listen, McQuanago, we're not avoiding talking about you by any stretch of the imagination.
We're going to talk about you more on the BibleQuizzer.net podcast.
Right, you're going to have to go to BibleQuizzer.net to get that.
Yeah, it'll be up sometime before 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Right.
But the thing about McQuanago is that they're coming into a tournament where they were not at Athens.
That's correct.
They have not been at a tournament of this depth this year.
That's true.
So it's going to be tough for them to be able to elevate their game tomorrow when it counts, when the losses count. And I was just talking to Coach from McQuanago, and they lost to Hillsdale. They could have got the high against a very good Hillsdale team, but Annie missed the final question. They were down 10.
Right.
If Annie nailed, she won the jump, but she missed the question.
Right.
And tonight, you laugh that off and think that's great experience. But tomorrow, that hurts.
Yeah.
So when it gets amped up tomorrow, we'll see how they perform. Kettle Moraine had a rough night. I mean, there's just no way around it. Temple, Tennessee had a rough night. If they quiz this way tomorrow, they're going to finish 9th, 8th, 10th.
Right.
But the thing is, that's what's so great about this tournament. Everything could flop. Everything could change, Tomorrow you come here, it could be flip-flop.
Yeah, I mean...
The Z team may come tomorrow and not be able to score. I mean, I could be miss...
Well, and the thing is, how many quizzes did you have where the low win had 70 points plus?
A few.
I mean, of the 6 quizzes, I did 4 Elite Division quizzes.
Right.
And of those 4 quizzes, I think the lowest low win I had was 60 points. I had over 100 twice. That speaks to the depth and of the tournament. It speaks to how it is. I'm going to be anxious to go back, cull through the stats.
Sure. We'll be able to give more on that in the podcast.
Absolutely.
Miko from Hillsdale, or Miko, however you say it, is jumping in on the Hillsdale bandwagon. But I want to tell him that Hillsdale's looking sharp. But the problem with having a one-man team, which Hillsdale is at a lot of times, the problem with that is when Bobby's not on his game, which in my room he quizzed out backwards.
Okay.
Which I would say
did they get the low win in that quiz?
I would say it takes more effort to quiz out backwards than it does to quiz out forward. Like, you have to really be on your game to quiz out backwards with 6.
Try really hard.
You've got to put forth a lot of effort for that.
All right. Well, we're about to sign off. This is CITV, wherever you may be.
Rebecca has a question.
What time is it over tomorrow?
7-ish?
Well, yeah, 4 usually, right? 4 Mountain time
until 7.
4 tomorrow. 4 Mountain time, which is usually about 6 Eastern.
Oh, we're not in Eastern. We're not talking Eastern.
Well, I mean, I don't know where she's at. Do you?
Rebecca, where are you from?
Well, this is CITV, wherever you may be.
Central.
Okay,
this chat thing is up to date.
Yeah, man.
You remember back when you were young and you had to put a little postage stamp on something to send it to someone else?
I do remember that.
She just got that in about 3 seconds.
That's right. That's right. So you got to make your own adaption. But 4 o'clock Mountain, which
Let me ask you a quick question before we sign off. What is the deal with Wisconsin? Do they have normal names of towns? Like, is there a Jackson, Wisconsin?
No, there's not.
Is there like an Andrews, Wisconsin?
No. Think of all the.
Is there a Madison, Wisconsin? Oh,
there is a Madison.
That didn't help the point, did it?
But man, I mean, like this minimum when you Falls.
We're Indian. Well, obviously, your name is Mini Falls.
What is that?
We're Indian. I thought you were Cuban. I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
I mean, the cities we know of: Kettle Moraine,
right?
McQuanago.
No, you have to say it like this: McQuanago.
McQuanago.
Yeah. McQuanago. Meno Money. Alimony?
Wasn't there like a 60s song about that? Nino Moni.
I don't want you to get in trouble singing.
Oh, okay.
Not that it's a bad song, just that
I don't know anything about it.
we had 1,400 viewers and now there are 3. So I don't know if that was your singing or what.
Yeah, there you go. Well, do we need to pause 3 seconds for station identification?
Yes, I want to say hi to Tony Carlson. Carlson, yes.
Okay. Well, here's the go. We're going to pause 3 seconds for station identification.